For one of my customers, new initiatives take months to get off the ground. The lines of businesses found a way to get around the central IT. For this customer, the business review board took over 6 months to approve the funding. This initial hurdle alone created significant delays and lost opportunities. IT governance involved multiple review boards like architecture, security, and compliance, each taking a minimum of 1 month. And scheduling and prioritizing development were perpetually dependent on resource availability or onboarding of vendor resources. This meant that a simple initiative could be stalled for a year before work began. The business landscape would have shifted, the initial needs would have evolved, some key stakeholders would have moved on, and the original urgency would have dissipated. During an annual technology plan review, we uncovered several instances of shadow ID where business teams took matters into their own hand. In one example, the marketing team had independently built their own analytics solution by hiring interns and leveraging snowflakes. In a second example, the sales team was utilizing a separate Salesforce subscription to optimize lead management outside the homegrown CRM system. And finally, the manufacturing team had established their own Azure cloud account to implement an IoT solution. So, what's the root cause of these delays? There were three. One was the expertise gap. The board focused on governance and risk mitigation. They lacked subject matter experts who could quickly assess the technical feasibility and implications. Second, they used boilerplate templates. The board relied on these elaborate one size fit all templates. Requesters were forced to complete extensive sections even if they hold little relevance to the specific initiative. And finally, siloed governance. Each board operates in isolation, adhering to its own timeline, processes, and evaluation criteria. Direct communication oftentimes was minimal, with all the information exchanged and funneled through these templates. AI is going to further enable lines of businesses in compressing the timelines for these initiatives. However, these approaches are not without cost and security risks. Therefore, IT organizations need to adopt a flexible and agile governance model to avoid shadow IT. Here are 6 actions you can take. 1. Invite subject matter experts relevant to an initiative to these board meetings to accelerate review and decisions. Second, tailor the templates based on size, complexity, risk profile, and technology domain of each initiative. Third, create a cross functional working group or joint review sessions to streamline the communication. Fourth, align all boards to focus on common business objectives and goals. Fifth, adopt an agile framework with iterative reviews and feedback loops instead of expecting all answers upfront. And finally, establish clear guidelines and empower teams to make decisions. These guidelines can include pre approved patterns of technologies, architectures, and solutions. What are your thoughts? I would love to hear. Thank you.